So hi, sorry for the delay. I hope you're all doing well. Let's finish off the previous problem 4, which should be the hardest. So let's start. So I want to find in problem 4 all of the sets that بيجوا من A by doing one swap at most. One swap. So شو يعني انا عندي هيدي ال A112 بدي I need to take it and return a list. شو بقلب هيدي الليست؟ كل الليستس اللي بيجوا من ال A if I do only one swap. يعني 112 في يقلب ال 1 و 3 شو بيصير عندي؟ 3 12 1 في يقلب ال 1 و 12 بيصير عندي 12 1 3 في يقلب 3 و 12 بيصير عندي 1 3 12. So بس بدي اطلع كل هول الليستس. والحمد لله انه عاطيني any correct solution is worth the full grade يعني ما في time complexity. So انا شو بدي افكر بالbrute force method اذا it's practical. Is it practical? Yes. So شو هي البروت فورس method؟ بدي طلع كل بدي I need to iterate over all pairs of elements و for every pair of element بخترع list where it's the same as A but I swap the two elements and then I add that to the list which I want to the huge list that I output at the end. Okay. So what I do is how do I iterate over a list over all the pairs in a list? So I do n equals length of A for I in range n. And then for j in range lil I plus 1 lil n minus 1. And then what we do is we swap. So there are many methods you could swap with. فينا نعمل the tuple one. So بس I like the temp. So بعمل temp equals okay. أول شي بدي اخترع new list. So b equals a dot copy. Then I swap B يعني I swap the elements in B. So what I do is B of I save its value in temp. بعدين B of J بتصير B of I can now overwrite it after saving its value. Then B of J is written to the saved value. And I create a huge list. أول شي an empty list أول شي. And then every time I create a new list, all I need to do is add it to the X, the empty list. And then at the end, all I have to do is just return X. هلا define generate A. Okay, بدي هيدي الفانكشن تطلع لي all of the lists. بدي تطلع لي all of the lists that could be obtained from A by at most K swaps. يعني K swaps, K minus 1 swaps, K minus 2 swaps, and so on and so forth ل 0 swaps. طيب let's and we are given the hint recursion وما ضروري نعطي نحمل time complexity. Is a case, so I need to think of a base case. Base case is a K0. Is a K0, I cannot do any swaps. Okay? So all I could do is just return. طب is a K1. Is a K1 I could do 0 swaps. But I could also do 1 swap. هلا كيف طلع ال 1 swap؟ generate 1 of A. If length of A is 0 or 1, I cannot do anything. I just return A. Else, I write the rest of the code. ما ضروري أحط else as you all know. طيب. Here's what I'm gonna think. After I do the base case, I summon the courage to believe that generate AK has already been completed and it's already a working code. I lie to myself. And best I only use it for sub-problems. So what I'm thinking is to consider the sub-problem with a lower k. And basically my sub-problem, what I do is that I consider the sub-problem to be one less swap at every iteration. Okay? So, and since I'm always subtracting minus 1 from k, always taking away 1 from k, eventually I'll reach 1 or 0 and I'll have the solution. طيب. So sub equals generate a of k minus 1. So I consider with my courage that sub is a huge list فيها all of the, by the definition of the function, فيها all of the lists that could be obtained by a by at most k minus 1 swaps. So أنا شو ضل عندي؟ ال k swap. ال kth swap بدي أجيبها من generate 1. طيب. So all I have to do is, okay, I have to, but you have to realize something. إنه okay, so أول شيء for any list in the sub. okay, هلا هي it is, so أنا I want to output آخر شيء بدي أعمل return x, so هحط x equal empty list. so كل list بحق لها تكون ب x. so أول شيء x dot append l. okay, بس the thing is في multiple lists that could be obtained by swaps بيطلعوا نفسه ذاتهم. يعني أنا إذا قلبت ال 1 وال 3 إذا قلبت 3 وال 1 ما بيرجع نفس الشيء. so I need to make sure of this. so if I put if l not in x dot append l else اوكي ما بدي else. وكمان for every l اوكي هولي انا حطيت the k minus 1 وال k minus 2 and so on and so forth وال k minus 3 كل اللي تحتهم swaps. بس انا كمان عندي ال kth swaps. اوكي so كيف وين بجيب ال kth swaps from the k minus 1 swaps؟ بال generate 1 of a. اوكي so شو بعمل؟ I take every l وبحطها بال generate 1 of a. اوكي و I loop over all the lists يلي بيطلعوا من ال generate 1 of l. اوكي وهولي بحطهم بالال بحطهم بالاكس. بس كمان I have to take into account degeneracy انه يطلع two lists نفس الشيء. if I'm not in x dot append m وبس نخلص كل هالقصة we return x. تعالوا نجرب. نسيت نجرب فوق هلا بنجرب هون. this should be tabbed, this should be tabbed okay و a0 هون و let me هوليك. okay so let me go up. generate 1 12 12 1 1 12 3 12 1 3 3 12 1 1 3 12 1 12 3 5 yep looks about right. وحتى طلع لي هون نفس الاوردر. perfect. اوكي هلا هون ما كتبوا لي كل شيء بدهم اياه بالاوتبوت. so I'm just gonna go على اللي كتبوا لي هون 1 12 0 1 12 1 12 1 1 12 12 1 1 12 12 1 1 12 3 بس 1 12 3 12 1 3 3 12 1. طب تعالوا نحكي شيء كبير. 1 12 3 5 12 1 3 5 3 12 1 5 5 12 3 1 1 3 12 5 1 5 3 12. okay it looks good. آخر شيء 12 3 5 1. okay I hope you all benefited. If you have any question you could send me.